Hey everyone, this is Matt Burdell from thewebreviewer.com. Now today I'm going to give you a quick demonstration using a tool called XSitePro. For the majority of us, especially if you don't know HTML or PHP or something like that, you really do want to go out and get a tool that's very simple to use, that requires very little HTML knowledge, and it doesn't cost that much. Dreamweaver is a fairly expensive program, and I do talk a lot about things like using WordPress blogs to kind of create websites. So there's tools and content management systems like a Site Build It out there, and there are also free HTML and website design tools such as NewView. But I really do think that this is kind of the best of all of those worlds, and it's very affordably priced for the amount of power that it actually gives you. And so I wanted to go through and give you an example and show you how you can create a website. And I'm going to do this hopefully in the next 10 minutes. I'm going to get a website up and going so you can go and check it out yourself. So right now I'm in XSitePro, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a new project. So I'm going to go and do add project, and in these boxes I'm just going to start giving it a name, and you're going to notice that every time you go through this process it adds keywords as well as descriptions, and we're going to see that when we add web pages too. This is going to be part of your meta tags. Make sure that your descriptions on these web pages are going to be fairly descriptive. Now in this example I'm not going to make them that big, but let me fill this out really quickly. Okay, so I just filled it in for this example. I'm going to hit OK. And now we're ready to go, and we want to start adding websites to this project. So I'm just going to come up here and click Add Project. Now you can see all these different templates and things that they've already given you. Now you can start with a blank, but in this case I'm going to choose a graphical template because it's really complete, and you're going to see how elaborate of a website you can create in just a matter of minutes. And you can see all the different types of websites down here. They kind of just show them. So let's just kind of pick out one right here. This looks like a nice one with a bunch of people hanging out. So I'm going to click OK. And now it wants to know again. It's going to continue to ask you this because it's creating your meta information. Remember to make sure that you have a very strong keyword-rich title as well as a good converting description per a lot of my SEO type of training. So I'm going to click OK right here. And right here it's actually saying that this specific one includes Google AdSense already built in, which is cool. But the one thing is that you want to make sure that you're not putting somebody else's in. So right now it's already defaulted to charity at XSitePro.com. You'll want to go back and change that, but this template already includes Google AdSense, which is kind of cool. So from this point I want to show you three major things. I want to show you how to adjust the page layout that they've currently created for you. We want to be able to go and edit and create new pages very easily, and of course we want to get it up onto our website. So we're going to go to the page layout first. You can kind of see the page here, and all of these menus are just drop down menus that you can go through and you can change if you'd like. So let's go and let's focus a little bit in on the left panel here, which is going to be this stuff right here. I'm going to go down and look at this, and you can see that just by going through you can change things like the font, the color, the menu settings. This little menu box right here that exists, I can click this and another window is just going to pop up, and it gives you a little bit of an example. We can adjust the width of this if we want to make it a little bit bigger. One of the things that you might want to consider doing is maybe you want to make all of those menu items centered. So we've made them centered now. And I don't know, a few other things like you can change the hover options. All the things that you would normally do in standard HTML, they're giving you those options in here. And remember, you don't even need to go and change any of these options if you don't like, and you can preview them as you're making them. But again, no real worries. All of these things are done through simple drop-down menus. So I'm going to click next. I'm going to keep it that. It's giving me a preview. Yep, that looks good. And now you can see the preview of my page is now showing those as centered. Now you can also see that this is a very dynamic window that's already built in to allow drop-down menus such as resources and these type of pages. The other thing too to point out on this page, like we were talking about, is that this is where the Google AdSense that they've already put in here for you as well. Okay, so let's continue and let's go and start creating the content on our pages and look at how it's already organized. So we're going to go over here to web pages, and you can see it's already created all of these different pages for us. And you can go through and, like, if you don't want to have different articles, you can go through and very easily just go to articles. Like if I don't want article 3, I'm going to come over here, I'm just going to hit delete. Yes, it doesn't really need to be there. And the same way, if I want to add a new article under this articles directory, I'm going to do add pages. I can do a quick page. It's going to go through the same process as I normally do with headings, subheadings, and things like that. I'm going to create the page, and we'll call this article new. And all of a sudden it's actually put it right in here because I didn't create it as a sub article. So I needed to add a sub page here. And I'll do the same thing as I just did before. Quick page, article new to. And so now it's done that there. So for each page, and every single one of these things that you're seeing here is a new page that is within your new site. So like on the home page here, if I want to go in, I can change again the keywords in the description just as I show here. I can also say which things on the page I want to be shown, whether or not I want to show the navigation bar on the left or not. I can check mark all of these different things over here very easily. But the part where you're going to be adding content is in the design center here. And this is a simple what you see is what you get editor. And you can go through and you can write whatever you want here. Hi, my name is Matt. And if you want to go through and you want to add things or link to other pages, it's very simple. I'm going to select the word templates, for example. Click the link button here, which is going to insert a link. And it gives you the option of either going through and finding another page on the site. So in this case, maybe I'll link it to article 2. Or I can go and let's just do another one really quickly. Or I can go and I can choose another file or another page external to the site. So in this case, maybe I want the new URL to be the web reviewer. I'll put the web reviewer there, and then just like that, the web reviewer now has a hyperlink in here. Again, this is a very simple thing, just like your normal WordPress blog or your email. The what you see is what you get editor just works the exact same way, and you have the same functionality as you would there. If you want to go in, you want to fool around with the source code, the actual HTML, click source at any time. You can go through and you can edit it in here as well. And then finally, this is a very cool feature, something that most tools don't include, but this is the page analysis. And what this will do is it will give you some suggestions for search engine optimization. It'll tell you which words on the page have the most density, and that's also good for search engine optimization. And it will go through and it'll give you a little bit more information on the components, the readability, and a little bit of a summary with all the error reports too. So I really like this feature too, not only for making sure that you're putting up a good looking site, but also for SEO purposes. So now finally, I want to be able to upload this to my server. So I'm going to go over here to the publishing details. Now this is where a lot of you are going to probably feel a little bit freaked out a little bit, especially if you've never done hosting and if you had your own domain name. This is not that big of a deal, and most domains, especially like if you go to somewhere like HostDaddy or HostGator or StartLogic or any of the companies out there, they all give you very good instructions on, first of all, when you first buy the hosting, and then they will give you the instructions on what your domain name is, what your FTP server is, what your FTP directory is, and your username and password. So I'm going to put mine in here really quickly. Okay, so I entered in all of my server details over here on the left, and I kind of cut it out here because I really didn't feel like sharing that all with you. No offense. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to test the FTP connection over here. Is connected successfully. And at this point, all I need to do to get this whole thing up is publish my website. Am I sure I want to publish? Yes. It's going to go through, and it's going to kind of grind away here for a second. And voila, it says we're done. So I'm going to click OK. And what you're going to notice here is I actually saved this in a certain spot. So I chose to save this whole website as a subdirectory in my normal web reviewer site. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to save it. I saved it in this directory called XSitePro test. And you can even go to this right now. I'm going to leave it live after doing this. I'm going to hit enter. And this exact same thing we just created, you can see now exists on the internet, as you can see right here. The links should all work. You can kind of see over here that articles page. You can kind of go over here. The Google AdSense is all over here. It's all ready to go, and voila. That's all we had to do. Now I have a full website up, and literally I think we did this less than 10 minutes. Now of course there's content that needs to be added, but all of the technical stuff like generating the template, adding the images, doing the structure, doing the formatting, and even FTPing has all been done with just in a matter of a few clicks. This is such an awesome tool, and again, this is going to conclude my quick run through of this tool. I am going to have one other video that's going to show you a few of the other cool features that you can find within XSitePro that's going to even help a lot, especially with things like affiliate marketing, linking, and stuff like that. Okay, so stay tuned. If you want to learn more about XSitePro, be sure to go to gofollow.me/XSitePro. Take it easy. See ya.